続きまして、オーバスネイチメディカル株式会社共催ミニレクチャー2の4を開催させていただきます。
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm the chairperson for the session, Hideki Yano from Gunma Prefectural Cardiovascular Center. The speaker is Dr. Iwata from Funabashi Municipal Medical Center. He is expert of complex PCI and complex EVT. The presentation entitled JADE, the Almighty EVT Balloon. Dr. Iwata, are you ready? Let's start, please.
Thank you, Dr. Yano, for your kind introduction. And good afternoon, everyone. I am Iwata from Funabashi Medical Center. And today I came here to tell about my favorite EVT balloon, JADE. Well, I wish you understand why I think this balloon is almighty. Well, this JADE balloon has 3 strong points which I want to tell you. 1 is deliverability, 2 is robustness, and 3, the variety. First, this balloon gets through most tough lesions in my practice. There are 2 mechanical features which makes this possible. The first one is a very thin tip, which makes excellent lesion crossing profile. And 2, it has an ultra-long 60 centimeter rapid exchange 014 guide wire lumen on its very firm shaft, which makes this balloon capable to be pushed against very tortuous and or maybe very calcified solid lesions. With these 2 features, this balloon could be advanced into any difficult lesions without no additional techniques. In this sample case, which has a severe calcified SFA, distal SFA occlusion, after the guide wire passage, we could not bring the IVUS to get through. And also the metal-tipped microcatheter could not go through. So this was a very solid lesion. But surprisingly, the 1.5 millimeter, it goes already. Surprisingly, a 1.5 millimeter JADE balloon crossed this lesion very quickly, very easily, without no additional maneuvers. And once this JADE balloon was dilated, it made a small lumen, which other devices could get through. And so we could finish this case with a 6 millimeter full expanded drug-eluting stent. In another case, this is a 3-vessel disease in the below-knee. Well, JADE balloon can easily reach to the very distal part of the foot. And we often use 3 millimeter balloons in the proximal tibial, also in this case, both anterior and posterior tibial. And we always use the 2.5 or maybe 2 millimeters in the distal tibial, and also the 2 millimeter in the arch, if necessary. But this young patient had a plantar ulcer, so we needed the full arch reconstruction. And look at this beautiful angio, which is the completion of the total pedal, full pedal arch plastic. The second feature, the strong point of JADE balloon, is the robustness. Well, this is a very non-compliant balloon, and its rated burst pressure is 22 atmospheres. And this is prominent among the competitors, other balloon products. And also the diameter growth over the nominal pressure until the rated burst pressure is very small. So the balloon is very non-compliant. So this enables the balloon fight against really tough lesions like this severely calcified case. And this time we started with a 6mm balloon and first tried 12 atmospheres, but the narrowings still exist here. And went up to 22, and then the vessel was fully expanded, so we could put a covered stent, finally. And this feature is also useful in the case of preparing the vessel for the drug-coated balloons. We expanded this tortuous and calcified lesion with a 5mm balloon with 22 atmospheres, but made no dissection, and it was very fit for the drug-coated balloon treatment. And the final angio was very beautiful. Well, JADE has 6mm balloons, so we can use it in the iliac situations. During these tortuous arteries, on the only 014 guide wire, we can bring the balloon straight through up to the aorta and prepare for the straight standing. The last feature of the JADE balloon is its variety. I mean the size variation. Well, we have the smallest diameter of the JADE from 1.5 to the largest diameter 6.0, and the length from 20 millimeters to 240 millimeters. 240, yes, 24 centimeters. So given this wide variation, we can treat all kinds of lesions from the iliac, SFA, and ballooning. And now we have some more varieties, which are J2 and JADE-018. J2 balloon is a version up model of JADE, which has a thinner shaft compared with the original JADE than before. It has additional core wire, and it has more size variations. The low profile at the tip section is equivalent to that of JADE, while the distal shaft and the proximal shaft are even thinner compared to the original JADE series. So we can even bring this balloon further, deeper into any lesions. And there is an additional core wire structure is adopted from the proximal shaft to the joint of the distal shaft over this RX exit port. So it's very firm and is kink resistance. And also we can even more push stronger than before. The original JADE balloon did not have this additional core wire, so this JADE2 balloon is even stronger. Well, the balloon is very brand new, so I had only a few cases, but this was maybe the example case. This was this lady had a claudication with a very calcified SFA stenosis with a slit-like stenosis here. And after the balloon guide wire passage, the IVUS could not go through like this. I really pushed this time, but it didn't go. But surprisingly, the JADE2 balloon, the 6mm, went through here, simply. Well, so we could treat this lesion with only one balloon and 2 drug-eluting stents, like this. So JADE2 was very pushable than before. And also the JADE2 balloon is special because it has 7mm in diameter and 300 millimeter in its length, which the original JADE series did not have. So we can try to even larger and even longer lesions with this new balloon. So again, JADE2 has more pushability and more kink resistance compared to the JADE balloon. And we can treat the larger and longer lesions with this new series. And finally, I want to show you the JADE 018 because there are some kind of trend to shift to 018 guide wires among the EVT experts in this country. Well, it's simply the same with the JADE 014. It has a long guide wire lumen of 60 centimeters that produces very fine pushability. And its rated burst pressure is also high among the competitors in this category. And this is very non-compliant. The vessel growth, the diameter growth over the nominal pressure is very small, under 5%. Well, this was an old gentleman with several toe ulcers, who had only the peroneal artery reserved in his below knee. And we started with the posterior tibial artery with the 018 guide wire from the antegrade and also the retrograde, and did the rendezvous to get the wire pulled through. But after this, we did not have so much good devices. The nominal, normal kind of the 1.5 millimeter balloon did go through, but could not expand because it was semi-compliant. And the narrowing remained. And because of this narrowing, we could not bring any microcatheters or 2 millimeter balloons through here. And we only had the 018 JADE of size over 3.0. But I tried this one, JADE 018 3 by 240, because this was the only size of JADE 018 I had in the cath lab this time. But it went through easily, very easily, across this very firm narrowing, and we could expand the vessel enoughly, like this. Well, maybe the 018 guide wire and the pull-through was helped the balloon delivery, but the other devices could not get through. So I think the JADE 018 was special in this case, and we could complete the posterior tibial artery like this. I think this was very good for this case. Well, so far JADE 018 balloon has diameter of 3.0 up to 7.0, and the balloon length is 4 centimeters up to 24 centimeters. And other sizes are made to be ordered. So JADE is very good at delivery and also the expanding. Well, I think I could tell you that this balloon is very almighty, and I believe it will be great help for your daily practice. Thank you for your attention.
Dr. Iwata, thank you very much for interesting presentation. Now it's open. Now let's open question and comments from the floor. Do you have any question or any comment? Please.
Thank you, Dr. Hayakawa.
Dr. Iwata, thank you very much, and your great presentation and beautiful slide. And I was very surprised from your presentation slide and below the new Japanese translation. Okay. Anyway, so could you tell us what kind of difference between the JADE1, standard JADE, and JADE2? The most important improving point. Could you tell us and pushability?
Yes, mechanically it has an additional core wire structure. It helps the pushing. Well, we very rarely, but we do experience it at the, like, for example, the ATA takeoff, the crank curve.
Yes.
Yeah. We sometimes really, when we really push the balloon, we'll observe the Z kink.
Yes.
Z type kink.
Our export.
Yes.
Yeah.
At the guide wire export. But it helps to avoid, the JADE2 balloon has a core wire which helps to avoid the Z kink, I heard. But so far we do not have the BK size in our cath lab, so we could not try these feature for so far. But I believe it will be a great help in those very tough situations. And two, JADE2 balloon has a 7 millimeter.
Oh, yes.
This is very good for maybe iliac interventions or proximal SFA. And also 300.
300, yes.
This is also a good for the current SFA lesions. I think you you are fond of the long SFA CTO lesions.
Yes. Oh, yes. That's right. And I
With high pressure.
like to use long 300 millimeters JADE. So and non-compliant and high pressure.
Yes.
So we will use in the near future.
Yes, please do so.
Yes.
It would be great help.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Any question or any comment? I just noticed, is this balloon 3マカ
セッション終了まであと3分で
I'm
す。
sorry?
3マカballoon?
Yes, the longer size is over 180, I think. Has I'm sorry, four markers.
4マカ okay.
The central markers are doubled.
EVT balloon is often hard to see. It is very unique point.
Yeah, but I think it's quite visible
Okay.
in my experience compared to others.
Okay. Do you have any question or any comment? Sorry, I have last question. Okay. I was able to understand the JADE balloon very well. It has an easy to see 3 marker wise range of size variation, including very ultra long size and good pushability and deliverability. I hope you don't mind my asking you the question, but what is the best advantage of JADE balloon with slender EVT? Do you think?
Slender. Well, maybe it makes my procedure slender in time and slender in cost because it makes me finish with only one balloon, even if it is a full-length SFA CTO. I showed you a case, the 6 millimeter balloon, and that's it. So my cost will be slender, and my time will be slender. Is it your answer?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have any question or any comment? Unfortunately, the time
残り
is
時間あ
up.
と1分です。
This session is now closed. Thank you for Dr. Iwata and
Thank you very much.
audience.
座長、演者の先生方、誠にありがとうございました。